Hey, is one of your favorite rainy day activities at the campground to play hide and seek? I got the RV for you. All right, you hide, I'll count. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Hey, what's up? It's Chris Young. Welcome to the all-new Forest River. This is the Sandpiper 3844QUAD. Coach comes in at 44 feet long. You're looking at 14,500 pounds dry. But what I love about this one is the fact that, yes, it has so much movement and flow. You can play hide and seek in here with the kids and have a ton. But it is a quad bunk room in the rear. And look at how high my ceilings are. That's because we're a 101-inch wide body, 1 inch and 101 inch high tall, which allows us to have over 7-foot ceilings inside of our slides. Big fan of that, because a lot of times when you're looking at bunk rooms in RVs, you'll get things like, usually on one side, you know, a little pull down bunk, like that with some, you know, then you got like the little thing that folds out and can sleep 2 additional people. Usually got some storage in the back like we have here, big old window, decorative table. But on the campsite, this is where things get interesting. A lot of times you'll only have one bunk over here, where you'll have an entertainment center or storage down here. With the fact that they gave you such high slides, now they were able to include a second bunk. So this room will easily accommodate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Now, the kids can use it as a playroom. You can use it as a separate dining room, put a table in here, let the kids eat, let them play games, because they have a remote control for their AC back here, which is a Furion Chill Cube 18K BTU AC. TV prep, cable hookup, the whole nine. You know, if only they were able to have their own bathroom back here, then maybe I'd be happy and the kids would be happy. Oh my God, they got it. Yes, you have yourself a half bath in here, and not just any half bath. Porcelain bowl with the foot flush, decorative vanity, storage, mirrored medicine cabinet, and separate entry point. So if they want to come and go as they please, or more importantly, you want to get everybody cleaned up before they track into the rest of your beautiful 3844 quad, yeah, they're going to be doing that right there. Speaking of the rest of this beautiful coach, let me show you this living room. One of the biggest issues when you're talking about separation of space in fifth wheels that have bunk rooms, you don't really feel like there's a break between the bunk room and the living area. Boy, they nailed it here, didn't they? I got the opposing slides, which gives me a butcher block styled island right here. And pardon me, I'm going to colander my vegetables. It's a colander. And then what you would do, just colander? I don't know. Pull down sprayer right there. Love the storage, hideaway hinges. Contour 1.3 cubic foot convection microwave, 24-inch oven Contour with the blue ceramic, 4-burner cooktop. Love the backsplash, the storage, and everything inside of here is also soft closed. When you want to get your cold beverage, how about a 16 cubic foot 12-volt fridge freezer combo with double doors and French doors. I like the flow. I love the color scheme, from the reinforced drawers that we have here, the light wood, to the blue, to the beautiful white, to this blue that they put in here under the butcher block. It just looks really good. Then I come over past my coffee station, where I got more storage, some decorative inlays, and my stuff up there. Bada bing, bada boom. Tons of storage all over the place, Congolium flooring, specialty covered in my ducts. And what I mean by that is, gone are those metal slats. Now it's actually a plastic cover, so if you drop anything here, it won't fall into the ductwork, which is very nice. But I got a live edge on my freestanding dinette. This is actually a storage compartment and an ottoman, really, if you want to use it. And pop-up power with wireless charging right there. Roman decorative shades, and take a look at these windows. Now, what I liked about what they did this year, they gave you 72-inch windows. Here, I'm just going to pull this up and hold it. Look at that. That's huge. That's huge. For a living area, decorative circular LED lights. I got the love seat recliners right here, all across from an entertainment center. Now, when I talk about separation of space, it's not just physical. For me, it has to be visual as well. The fact that they gave me this decorative wall with the backlit floating shelves, the storage cabinets here, the component shelf, the oversized fireplace, 35K BTU on my furnace, roughly 5,000 BTUs on my fireplace. My eye considers this its own room. And I'm a big fan of that because you got the separation of space. More importantly, with this solid framed out door, you also have some noise dampening. So if the kids are watching TV back there, playing the games, you can watch your stuff here and not be interrupted, and vice versa. And look, I know what you're saying, but Chris, we go camping to reconnect with our families. Yeah, I do too. But there's a time limit on that reconnection. Kind of like you don't want to charge your cell phone all the way up to 100. You want to make it about 95. I'm going to give you about 45% of my time. The rest of it, I'm going to be chilling. That's just how I do. You want me fresh, right? That's what I got to do to be fresh. Oh, and speaking of fresh, we got to get cleaned up. So let's go from the half bath to the primary bedroom and the real bath. Now, as we head up the stairs to our bathroom as well as the primary bedroom, you're going to pass some of your controls. You'll see you got the max vent fan here. Big fan of that because it moves about a foot of air per second. I got my Suburban controls for my HVAC, which for this one, you got the Furion Chill Cube, and then you got another Furion Chill Cube right here. They do a really good job with the ductwork because they've changed it this year. So they put reinforcements in the ducts so you don't have the ductwork, which is just foam, closing on you. And they put plenums up there. So you get about maybe up to 60% more effective cooling because of the way the air goes down, but it makes sure the heat doesn't come back in. That's big when you're talking about HVAC inside of RVs because it's such a small space. So nice little thing there. I know I nerded out. But your tanks, 70-gallon fresh, 104 on your gray, and 82 on your black capacity. Got your slide out controls right here. Heated holding tanks. Cut on your water pump. Cut on your lights. Check your tanks. Check your battery. Check your wife. Check your kids because we taking everybody up in here. Now, I'm going to step in the bathroom. I'm going to let Ryan come by me. And then let's see if you can open the door with my man hands holding it. Ow. Okay, he's stronger than I thought. You've been working out. Anyway, backlit vanity mirror. We got to talk about that later. Got the undermounted sink over here, linen storage, walk-in shower with the glass enclosure, skylight, high-rise porcelain bowl, and tankless water heater with another max vent fan. What else you need? Oh, how about a place to sleep? Well, minus the bunk room. Let me show you. No, he didn't.
It's upside down.
Lily had... So here we are in the bedroom of the 3844 Quad Forest River Sandpiper. Now, king-size bed in its own slide. I also like what they did this year with the shelf. To me, RVs are like gyms. If you don't get a benefit, you don't like what you use, you're not going to want to use it. To me, that boils all the way down to the comforts that you have from home, bringing them to your RV as well. Sure, I got a king-size bed. I got a chest of drawers. I got washer, dryer prepped over here in my ward. I got the mirrored, beautiful ward up here with more storage space. Drawers for days, storage under my king-size bed, blah, blah, blah. Chris, we've seen that before. The thing I really like is this shelf. Most of the time, you'll see like a little arm over here or maybe a little lip over there for your cell phone, maybe some power. What they did was they put the power outlets underneath that shelf and drilled a hole. So I can put my CPAP machine up top and run my tube underneath and plug that as well as my cell phone there and then put my cell phone on top. It's easy to reach. More importantly, I'm not knocking my head or my elbows on little shelves on the side. That's going to be a little bit more enjoyment. Some of the other features you're going to see, you're wired for, 4G LTE boosting, Wi-Fi boosting if you need it. I got my second chill cube up here. You got awesome 2-inch thick side walls, laminated construction, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff is pretty standard. To me, what it boils down to is, are you going to enjoy using it? I see this space, I see the kitchen area, I see the living area, I see the quad bunks, and I think me and my family, they're going to enjoy living in this space. So you tell me what you think, though. Leave me a comment down below. And while you're doing that, we're going to go outside and see what we got there. You ready to see this monster? Talking about the frame. Welcome to the exterior of the Forest River Sandpiper, 3844 Quad. Coach comes in at 44 feet, and you're looking at 14,500 pounds dry. Molded front cap, multi-state running lights, like the aggressive profile here, because that's going to help with the wind resistance while towing. But one of the things that doesn't get talked about a lot, the red hitch means this coach comes with the Lippert Monster frame. That's a 12-inch stud of a frame. You also have the Rhino box. So you got great turning radius. This is going to help absorb a lot of that shock, aka you won't have that chucking and bucking while going down the road. And underneath, this is going to be your standard storage box. You'll see right there, got spots there. Got some storage, got your batteries. I got my legs. What does that do? Gee, Chris, maybe that levels the coach. Fiberglass vacuum bonded exterior with the 80% tint on the sealed safety windows. Extra large awning here with the LED light strip. Like how they even gave me the monitor for the side. Twin 30-pound LP tanks are here. Behind this magnetic anti-slam luggage door is going to be your luggage space. Now, I didn't really talk about the flooring on the inside because it's tough to show you from being up so high. But right here, we'll get a good look. This is finished off. You'll also see a good shot of that aluminum cage this thing is built on. Sturdy and strong, but lightweight. So, I mean, for it to be 44 feet and only 14,000 pounds dry with a 12-inch frame, it's pretty strong. But this is a Congolium flooring. You're going to have this all the way throughout. Easy to clean, it's slip resistant, plus it's rubber backed. So sure, it'll, move when it gets hot and cold, but it's going to last. So I'm a fan of that. Got the flared ends down on the bottom, got the enclosed underbelly, solid steps leading me into the oversized door with the Lippert latch extend handle. That's really nice because sometimes it is a little difficult to reach up here and grab. So a nice little feature there. Got the laminated slide all the way around. We got the road tech on these bad boys. Now, ABS on here too, and you're going to see that you got the TPMS on there. You got the blackout aluminum rims. Those are the 7-pound axles. Safety. That's what I like about that because it's safety. You're also set up for the side vision on this. So tons of visibility options. More importantly, really good safety options from the ABS to the tire pressure monitoring system. Nice to have. Solid step leading me into the bathroom there as well, which is our quad bunk area. LP Quick Connect is below me because when I'm going to the campground, I'm going to have beverages. I'm going to need ice for my 2 finger pours, and I'm going to need a fridge to store stuff. But so will probably other people, and I'm greedy. I'm going to need my own fridge. So why not give me 2? That's what they did. Fantastic idea if you think about it. Put food in one, drinks in the other. Got a little bit of prep space. That's probably the only knock I'm going to give it as far as a true outdoor kitchen space goes. Don't really have anywhere to prep, so I'd have to bring my own table. Spray port there. Got your 2-inch receiver, so 300-pound cargo, 3,000-pound tow. Backup camera prep as well. And like I mentioned on the inside, we are 101 inches tall, 101 inches wide on this beauty too. What's great about that is that's a walkable roof. So, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Slides, terminations are down there. You even have covered holes to cover up where your pulls are for your dumps. I just like that because it's just not hanging out in the open. Just makes it look a little bit cleaner. Now, automatic leveling is right here. What we got here? Could this be our external command center? Shower with hot and cold, black tank flush, more of our commands, as well as your bypass system. So if you want to do some winterization, you just want to fill the fresh tank, you want to connect up to city water. I like how they make this a little bit easier to operate when you get to the camper. Wouldn't say this is a first-timer's fifth wheel, but if you got the truck to tow it, more importantly, you think that quad bunk is going to fit you and your family, or you're going to do the multifamily trips. But let me know what you think. Is this your family coach? This is the Forest River Sandpiper 3844 Quad. Probably one of the better bunks that I have seen. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. And if you picked up anything on this, like, subscribe, and notify. You want to check it out? rv.campingworld.com or just come on in to your local Camping World. I'm Chris Young. Hope you have a wonderful week. Hope to see you soon, too.